Hello and welcome to the Drag Hour with Marilyn James. This is just a test episode to see if this all works and how the audio is going to be. This is pretty much just going to be a private episode for me. So we will see how this goes. 1 second. You should still be able to hear me, maybe not as loud as I'd like it, but we are going to just do some minor topics where I just introduce myself. You know what? I am going to take it off the microphone stand so it can be closer so it's a better sound quality, hopefully. But yeah, this is pretty much just going to be a hour-long weekly podcast with me talking about my life, my journey through life, how I got into drag. We're going to talk about the writing process when it comes to my book. We're going to do probably more than one part due to the fact that my book is really long reading of Witches of Willow Creek. So, of course, this is the time my cat chooses to play with his tree. Hopefully it doesn't pick up too much of that. But if it does, it's just my cat in the background. And hopefully eventually there'll be video versions of this podcast out there somewhere where we can actually gab. I can do my makeup. I can get into drag during the podcast. But yeah, no, pretty much right now this is just going to be a test episode. So what I'm actually going to do is I will be right back. And when I come back, we will read the opening parts of my book. Okay, so we are back. Just give me 1 second to set this down, and I will give you a rundown on my book. So I'm just going to read the book name, the author, which is me, Marilyn James, and then I'm just going to read you the back of the book. The book is available both on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And for free, you can read it on Apple Books. I am working towards, if you want that, then that's the option for you if you want the free read on your phone or iPad or other tablet, stuff like that. And then, so it's available on Amazon in hardcover and paperback. And it is also available on Barnes & Noble in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. No, switch that. Sorry. Amazon is hardcover, paperback, ebook. Barnes & Noble is hardcover, paperback. So the book is called Witches of Willow Creek by Marilyn James. It's a very hefty book. In the back, there's the about the author. Hello, my name is Marilyn James. I'm an upcoming author who has been working on this book for quite a while now. I am 26 years old. I'm the oldest of four and an active practicing Wiccan. For anyone who didn't know, that's what I do. So now I am going to read you the summary of the book. Whispers follow her. Magic awakens for her. Destiny waits for her. When Alara James moves to the secluded town of Willow Creek, she expects quiet nights and a fresh start. Not phantom whispers, sliding objects, and an ancient locket pulsing with life of its own. The town shadows seem to watch her. Its forest breathes with secrets, and its history feels eerily alive. What Alara doesn't know is that Willow Creek sits at the heart of a magical nexus protected for centuries by a hidden coven. When her path collides with three young witches, Rowan, Lyra, and the wise elder Maeve, the truth... 1 second. I'm reading my author copy, so I can't read the whole thing. The truth emerges. Alara isn't just an outsider. She is the missing thread in an ancient pact, the final piece in a legacy meant to keep an unspeakable force, the adversary, bound beneath the valley. Darkness is rising again, the veil is shifting, and the witches of Creek must confront a choice deeper than any spell: cling to the past or reshape the future. A story of sisterhood, mystery, awakening magic, and the power of chosen family. Witches of Willow Creek invites readers into a world where every whisper means something and every shadow watches back. So that's pretty much just like the summary of the book. It is a very big and hefty book for a first time author. What will happen in this podcast is probably between 2 or 3 episodes, because this will probably take a while for me to read all the way through. We will do a full reading. That'll probably be the first official episode. Like I said, this is just an opening episode. So for the first official episode, I'll probably read a couple chapters just to get some of it out there. And then we'll do it that way. And what I'll do is I'll take all the episodes and I'll compile them all together as we read. And I'll post them online as a full, probably YouTube as a full audiobook for free. So then you can have your own copy and read along with me. But yeah, this book is a combined mix of 3 of my favorite things: Pretty Little Liars, Charmed, and Harry Potter. So mixing those 3 together, you get Witches of Willow Creek. So I'm really, really, really excited to be able to read this along with you, because I have not read it since I finished it and sent it off for publishing through Amazon. And then there are, if I'm not mistaken right now, 4 other books completely done, ready to be published. I'm just waiting for this one to be out for a little bit before I release another one of the series. But I could give you a sneak peek into the names of the upcoming books. Let me just pull it open. Alrighty, let me go to files. Okay, so we have The Witches of Willow Creek. It's the Willow Creek Encyclopedia, which is a really, really long, just encyclopedia style book where it pretty much gives you things from like the mysteries. It gives you hints towards the backstory of Willow Creek. And it gives you like creatures that can be found in Willow Creek. It gives you maps. It gives you pictures of the creatures. It gives you all of that fun stuff so you can have like more of the lore of Willow Creek. And then we have let me see if I can find it, because there are 2 more books. So there is The Locket's Oath, which is a choose your own adventure style book that is kind of the original story but different. Pretty much it's if the main character chose a different path. And then there are more characters in that one that come up from the prequel book that I've already also written. It's called Before the Veil. It's called Before the Veil Breaks. It's book 2. And then, yeah, that's what we have. We have 4 altogether. We have Witches of Willow Creek, Before the Veil Breaks, The Lockett's Oath, and the Willow Creek Encyclopedia. Those ones are all of the ones that are done. The one that is not done, that I am currently still working on, which is book 5. Sorry, I'm having a hard time finding it. The Lockett's Reckoning. Let me see how much of this is done. Oh wait, this one might also be done. And it is over 400 pages long. It's almost 500 pages long. No, it is not done. I haven't written in like 2 months, so I'm currently on chapter 4 out of 20. Then also the epilogue. But yeah, so that's how that's going right now. Is we have the first book, the prequel, the Choose Your Own Adventure, and the encyclopedia, all completely done. The first book is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and then for free on Apple Books as just a regular ebook. And then we have the Lockett's Reckoning, which is currently being written. We are on chapter 4, which is great. I might do a podcast or something with the writing process of how I get to where I am in these books. It's fun. It's so much fun writing. I love it. But that's definitely something we can look forward to in upcoming podcasts, especially with the reading of the book, which, like I said, is going to take probably 3 to 4 episodes because it is really long. And then you'll also get sneak peek chapter reads to the next book, or you'll get some snippets from the encyclopedia before it gets released, because the encyclopedia is the next one that is being released because it goes along still with the original first, which is a Willow Creek book. But yeah, no, it's so much fun doing this. 1 second. And again, right now, all of these podcasts are strictly going to be audio until I can get a camera for my PC and be able to film them that way also, so we have audio and video. But yeah, no, this is how it's been going so far. I am just going to read a little something. Um, Okay, profile. I just want to read you. I just want to read you the podcast brief description. So this is Drag Hour with Marilyn James again, as you can see, and you're listening to it right now. But yeah, a 1-hour weekly sit-down podcast. We cover topics of my life as a drag queen, coming out stories between myself, people I know, and I will have an email for you to send in your own stories if you would like, and we can do like a little segment on the podcast of me reading other people's stories and then doing my own commentary on that and talking about how their experience differs from mine or similar to mine, stuff like that. We'll also cover true crime and so much more, including, like I already said, a full audiobook episode of my first, which is a Willow Creek, and sneak peeks into my next few books before they are released. Also, special discounts to listeners for me and my fiance's jewelry and crystal store, Sergei's Crystal Realm. I will be doing special discounts. You'll get coupon codes probably once or twice a month where you can use those to shop. We ship worldwide, which is great. Everything on our site right now is in liquidation, so we can get rid of all the old product and start bringing in new stuff, because we don't want to get anything new until at least 90% of our inventory is cleared. I've currently been working on this podcast for about 6 months. I figured I wanted to do this since I finished writing the book. Well, almost finished writing the book. I released the book in December, so it's been a few months. It's been out there. I'm very proud of this project, and I hope everybody loves this podcast. Like, it would be great. I will cover topics that may be sensitive to some viewers. Do not listen if SA, other traumas, death, or true crime triggers you in any way. I will give a disclaimer at the beginning of every episode when those topics are being discussed in any way, shape, or form. Everyone will be warned ahead of time. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Our categories that we have are arts and books, because we will be talking about my book, religion and spirituality, mainly spirituality, and then true crime. Those are the three main topics that I put this podcast under. So, and if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, the only ones you're going to see this under are books and then spirituality. So that's going to be the thing. And then, of course, my amazing logo. Love this logo. It was a fun one to design and get made. Love it. I did do a full mock-up design, and then I did push it through ChatGPT for the full finished product. So that's just a disclaimer. My logo is technically AI, but I did do a rough draft, like computer drawing of it, and then I sent it through there. So this is like my vision come to life. So I am very, very, very excited. You can find the podcast on the original website that I'm using, which is Podbean, at the Drag Hour with Marilyn James.podbean.com. And we are Eastern time, so it will be posted. This episode is being posted right after I'm done, because it's just a talk, quick podcast. I might refilm it. Who knows? Once I listen to it, then I will know if it's something that needs to be redone or not. But as of right now, this is the version that I'm saying is going out there. If not, you won't ever hear this version, and we'll do the whole thing all over again. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for listening, and I hope I get to see everyone every week. It's great. I love it. And yeah. But yeah, no, thank you all for listening to the first ever episode of Drag Hour with Marilyn James. I hope to see or hear from you guys next week. I don't know if it's strictly going to be weekly. If I have nothing else to do and I feel like recording an episode, I will record an episode. But as of right now, it will be once a week. I will record an episode and I will put it out. I don't know about the schedule yet of when they will be out. It might be sporadic. It might be the same day every week. I don't know. I will let everyone know the schedule in the next episode, because the next episode I will have an official schedule, because I'm going to work on that right after I'm done recording this. So we have reached the 20-minute mark of this podcast already, which is insane that the first episode is already at 20 minutes. I do want to close it out with some affirmations and stuff like that. Always, always be kind to your neighbors. Always treat everybody with respect. Always treat yourself with dignity and love and respect. Don't be the toxic person who wants to act like they know it all and they don't. Don't talk about things you don't know about unless you've done the research to back up what you're saying. And my one final word for you is thank you and have a great rest of the night.